Talk about the no-fault participation when you're in an accident and it's in the car in which you are the victim, and that policy, if it's yours, does your premium go up because you're using your insurance to cover the
Generally, the premium increases that you see from an accident is when the accident's your fault. So the insurance company still do a fault evaluation.
Okay.
But and then among or between the insurance companies involved, they share their losses or they arbitrate. There's intercompany arbitration called subrogation, where they are fighting. So you're an insurance company, I'm an insurance company. I have so many claims that were caused by your insureds. You have so many claims that are caused by my insureds, and we take them to a hearing. And somebody decides who should pay for that, and then a check is written between the insurance companies. So at the consumer level, it's no fault. So the idea being that you don't need to fight with anybody just to get your medical bills paid. So that's the idea of the no fault, so that everybody gets covered when they have a car accident. Everybody can go to the hospital and get checked out. But then behind the scenes, the insurance companies fight among each other.
Okay.
But in your answer to your question, if you're stopped at a light and you're hit from behind, your knees hit the dashboard, now you need knee surgery. You were stopped at a light, hit from behind. So your insurance company will go after the insurance company for the car behind you. Your rates won't go up, or they shouldn't go up. I mean, if they go up, it might go up for some other reason that is not related to the accident. But they can't just hike the rates up. It's a highly regulated field. There are regulations as to when they can raise their rates. There's regulations as to what they can say in their policies. There's regulations as to what kind of insurance they can and have to sell.
Okay.
So you should use the insurance you've been paying for.
Okay.
As opposed, I would never recommend that a person, let's do this without involving the insurance companies.
Right.
I would never recommend that a person do this without involving the police. That kind of thing.
Right.
You may be approached at the scene. It may not seem like a big accident. The person may seem like they're driving a nice car, and it may seem very reasonable at the time, just to handle it between friends. But this person isn't somebody you probably know. If it really is your friend or your neighbor, maybe that is the way you want to do it. But typically, we're not running in and getting hit by people that we know. And I would always recommend contacting the police. If the police don't want to come, at least report it verbally on the phone. If it's a bad accident, the police don't want to come, you should find another way to report it. Drive to the police station or have somebody go and report it for you.
Okay.
Under some circumstances, it's important to have a police report, especially in a hit and run. On the hit and run case, if you report it within 24 hours to the police, and there's proof of physical contact, which usually means a dent on your car or a paint transfer, then you can go to arbitration with your own insurance company for under coverage called SUM or UM coverage, which everyone has at least up to a certain minimum.
Okay.
And get compensated for that hit and run. But you can't get compensated for that hit and run if you don't have what I just listed. Proof of reporting it to the police within 24 hours. A police report is best, but if you show that you've reported some other way, that counts. And proof of physical contact. If someone cuts you off and causes an accident and there's no contact, that's not a hit and run. You have to be able to prove that they hit you. The idea is that sometimes people crash their cars all on their own, and they say they had a hit and run.
Oh.
So you need to have a paint transfer, ideally.
Okay.
Or some other proof of physical contact. A dent on your car that you say was from this accident, that's fine.
And pretty much a police report, I would think, right away.
A police report right away would be ideal.
Yeah.
But just because the police report that you said that a green Mazda hit you, that's not proof of it. You need a photograph of the car showing something.
Paint.
That's why I say, yeah,
would be...
right. If you've got a red car and there's a nice green smear on there, that's ideal. That doesn't always happen, but you need to have a new impact. There has to be some proof of physical contact, and it has to be with the car, not something that fell off the car, not something they were towing, not a piece of ice from the car. But that's too detailed, right?
Okay. No, that's fine. That's all good.